Hello, Steeler family. This is the Brope area. Nice to meet you all. I'm glad you guys are here to listen to me. We're going to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and Arthur Smith, who's been hired as the OC. But first, I want to talk about this, or say this. I want to express my love for God, family, country, gaming, and of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, let's talk about Arthur Smith. And before we get into pretty much what he's all about, I want to say there is a big gripe that I've had about our Steelers for a long time, and that's short yardage situations. And what I mean by that, we will see our offense go down the field and mess up on 3rd and short, 4th and short, 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2, and either the football player, whether it be the running back, tight end, or the quarterback, getting hit behind the line of scrimmage. Or we might see a receiver try to do something and overthrown, wrong routes ran. It could be a lot of things, but the biggest thing that I've noticed is that our 4th yard or short yardage situation is definitely not something we can rely on yet. So I did some digging. And I went to a website called teamrankings.com. Good website. In 2018, we were 6th in the league with short yardage situations. And we had a personnel of James Conner, Trey Edmonds, Roosevelt Nix, remember that name, Stephen Ridley, and Jalen Samuels. Good players, right? They helped us to get to a 2018 season with 6th in the league in short yardage situations. Now in 2019, things changed a bit. We dropped to 27th in the league. We had James Conner, Trey Edmonds, Jalen Samuels, Benny Snell, remember Benny football, or it could have been Benny Snell football. Don't 100% remember. And we had Kareth White, who was also our kick returner. Now, at that time, you see that there's a big difference. We no longer had Roosevelt Nix as a fullback. And the result of that could be astronomical things that could have happened because of that. Could have been a money situation. Maybe they feel they wasn't good for the offense. But what resulted from what I see is that our short yard situations definitely took a turn for the worse. We went from the 6th in the league the year before to 2019 being 27th in the league. That's the result. Now, when it comes to what we've been through, Tennessee has also went through some type of change that we can look into. The Tennessee Titans in 2018 had a stable of Derrick Henry, Dion Lewis, and Jeremy McNichols. And also, they were 14th in the league when it comes to short yardage situations for the same year of 2018, where we were 6th. In 2019, they hired Arthur Smith. And they dropped a bit to the 17th in the league. However, they had a pretty nice running game that got them to the wild card and the divisional rounds of the playoffs. And what happened during that time? They end up getting another running back in their stable. Not just Derrick Henry, but they also got Kareem Blasingame, a fullback. During that year, as I said before, they got to the playoffs. But when they got to the playoffs, it really showed a difference. Derrick Henry had 182 yards in a wild card game against New England and 195 yards against Baltimore. Big difference, right? It didn't show too much on the rankings, however. But in 2020, you saw something change. They went up to 7th in the league in short yardage situations. Now, they lost Dion Lewis. They kept Derrick Henry, who had a 2,000-yard season. They had, I think his name is De'Arrington Evans, Jeremy McNichols, and Sonoris Perry, and Dante Foreman. We see some big changes that happened because of a certain player they added. And I think with Arthur Smith being in the building for our Steelers, we should see a team that won't struggle as much on short yardage situations. We should see an improvement in our rhythm when it comes to our offense. An offense that can get past the 35, the 40, midfield, and get into the red zone and score, whether it be multiple touchdowns or at least coming away with a field goal because we're close enough to do so. So that's all I have. I think Arthur Smith's going to be a good addition to the team. I can see an efficiency change that will really benefit all the players involved. And believe it or not, that would be a reflective, or more like a reflect on his work, not just as a head coach with the Falcons, but what he did as an offensive coordinator with the Titans that would actually transfer for what we're doing This is what I'm hoping. This is what I'm expecting too. So don't take that as a grain of salt, like I'm going to, guarantee anything. But I do see an environmental change that we can actually be happy about. So let's see what happens. We got a long way till football season starts, but I think we got a good chance of doing well. And I think Tomlin and all the other fellas, I think they did a good job in getting this guy. And now we get to see the results. So this is the Bro Baron. I'm going to say thank you for listening to me. You guys take care. And Deke and Moat, if you guys are listening, hey, maybe you guys can put a like on my video like I do for y'all. Y'all take care, and thank you so much. The Bro Baron is out. I'm looking for my button. All right, that's it. Bye, y'all.